What's up, good people, and welcome back to the Kesha Said It show. I have returned. If you want to chat with me, if you want to hear everything I have to say on this new episode of the Kesha Said It show, stay tuned and keep listening. Welcome, guys. It's been so long, and I'm so happy to be here with you all. Um, I am under the weather, so pardon my voice. It's a little raspy this morning, so I do apologize. But I wanted to touch bases with you all because it has been so long. I mean, I'm ashamed to say, probably at least 3 months since I've graced you with an episode from the Kesha Said It show. And I feel like today's topic is truly one that I probably should have recorded about a month ago, right? Because everybody experiences it. We just don't realize we're experiencing it until we're already in the thick of things. So today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what holiday blues may look like, may feel like. So sit back, relax. Welcome to another episode, as I said. It's the podcast where we talk about life, laughs, and everything in between. And I'm your host, Kesha. I'm so glad you're here with me today. So whether you're listening on the go or just winding it down, this podcast is about real talk and also personal growth and, of course, keeping it real. So grab some coffee, get cozy, get comfy, and let's dive right in. So, as I mentioned, and if I cough a lot throughout this episode, my apologies. Um, but I want to talk a little bit about how individuals deal during the holiday season. And we call that the holiday blues. And one would think, man, it's the holidays. Why would anybody be down? Why would anyone feel sad? But you know what I'm talking about, right? It's the feeling where holidays aren't really as merry and bright per se as the commercials make them seem. And the commercials are that's their job, right? That's how they promote. That's how they bring in money. That's how businesses bring in money. And so they're going to show you the joyous part of the holiday season. And it is. It is very joyous. But we have to keep in mind, not for everyone. Or we may have spells ourselves where we feel, I'm just not feeling it this year. So I'm going to break down what the holiday blues are. Why does it happen? And most importantly, what can we do to cope with that? Have you been feeling a little down? Have you been stressed and just not in the holiday spirit? Trust me, you're not alone. There's a lot of individuals that suffer in silence. And for some, the holidays can trigger feelings of loneliness, stress from family gatherings. Yeah, those things can be stressful. Because just think about it. If you've ever hosted, and I don't care if your family's big, I don't care if your family's small, hosting a family gathering can be stressful for many different reasons. Finances. You can have anxiety about finances to even afford family gathering, cooking the right food for everyone. And this is personal experience for me because I have a small family on my side. And I have several different family members that like different things. So I have to keep in mind, what does everybody like? That's stressful. Why put yourself in that predicament, right? So hosting can be a huge stress for individuals throughout the holiday season. From others, it could be a reminder of past grief or could be loss. And let's keep it real, all the extra pressure to be happy, quote unquote, can just make things worse. If you've lost someone around in the holidays, or if they're just no longer here, that can be a trigger for you. So today I want to talk about how we recognize those signs, but also how do we take care of your mental health during this time of year? So Let's talk about the importance of recognizing that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. I mean, seriously. I have mentioned this before that I am, I strive to be organized. I'm not going to say the P word, the perfect word, because I'm not perfect. But we sometimes we strive for perfection, or we have these unrealistic expectations on ourselves, right? We want to put on the perfect face. We want to seem okay. But here's the thing. Give yourself some grace, guys. Give yourself some space. And Christmas has just concluded. Thanksgiving is far gone. And now we're moving on into New Year's 2025. And with every new year, here we go with all of the things I want to do, the person that I want to be, the goals I want to set, the new improved me, the gym, the eating or not eating, being successful. What does that look like? What is my goal for closing deals? What's my the money that I want to bring in this year, right? We want to have everything figured out. But honestly, it's about being honest with ourselves and seeking help if we need it. How many out there are like me? You struggle with asking for help. Go ahead, put your hands up, those in the back. Yeah, I'm one of those. And I feel like, I don't know, it could be twofold. It could be me asking for help shows a sign of weakness, shows a sign that I don't have it all together. It could be me asking for help means I lose control and I want that control. Either way, we have to be honest with ourselves. No one can do it all, or we can do it all, but what is going to suffer? At what cost are we going to suffer? So, when you think about how do I negate this? How do I get through this? What do I do? Set realistic expectations. Prioritize your self care. And I know y'all heard me be on this microphone, on this show, saying, prioritize self care, prioritize self care. What is self care? We've talked about that as well. But you really do have to prioritize your self care. The key word in there is self, because if that cup is so full and overflowing with everything that you have going on, how are you going to add to that cup? How are you going to add to a cup that's already full? You have to let some of it go. You have to find ways, small amounts of joy in your day, whether it's a hot cup of tea, and you guys know that I am a tea lover, I love my tea, or just stepping outside for a few minutes of fresh air. Taking that time. What does that look like for you? Prioritize that. We want to set those realistic expectations. Are things going to get done today? I can tell you right now, I have about 4 tasks in my brain that just keep circling and cycling and circling and cycling, right? And they've been going on in my brain, living in that space for the last week because I've been sick and shut in. So when you're sick and shut in, you really don't have the energy and the power to do anything. But it's horrible for a person like me. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my tea. But it's horrible for a person like me because you're sitting here and you're thinking about everything that you could be doing, everything you wanted to accomplish today, but you didn't do any of it, right? Give yourself some grace. I have to give myself some grace. I'm sick. There's nothing I can do. Right? I have to set realistic expectations. That laundry's not getting done today. Does it mean that I have 2 piles of laundry in my laundry room staring at me, waiting to be washed? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I know it's not getting done today. Why? Because I'm under the weather. I am sick. I've had a fever. I've lost my voice. I'm getting my voice back now, but I lost my voice for a hot minute. And so you have to set those realistic expectations. And this goes into also your not only personal life, but your career, your job. If you're an overachiever and you work hard and you want to do a great job, of course, those tasks are also lingering. You can hear the emails ping in the background, and it's like, I really need to get to that email and I need to see who's emailing me. But do you really? Are we in the era of everything is urgent? Or are we going to be in the era of I need to take care of myself? Just some things to think about. And I'm not here to preach. I really want to hear from you, and whether that's in the comments, whether it's a personal DM, what are some things that help you manage your holiday stress or blues? Another thing that can add to that is finding the perfect gift. True story. My husband is so hard to buy for. And so we've gotten to the point where I'm like, hey, here's some money. Here's a gift card. Go do your thing. Because that's stressful. Finding the perfect gift that brings a person joy and wanting to see that look on their face when they open that present and know that you decided the exact thing that would make their life a little more pleasant or bring them a little cup of joy. Didn't do it? Yeah, that's holiday stress for me. Making sure that everyone is happy, making sure everybody has the perfect gift, making sure the wrapping paper matches the theme of the Christmas tree. I know you're laughing, but these are real things people think about. So hit me up on social media. I'd love to hear from you. What are you currently struggling with? What is stressing you out this holiday season? Is it the simple fact that the kids are out of school? We want to keep this conversation going, and I just wanted to hop on here and bring you guys a little joy, a little word, as some people say, bring a whole word. Because these kids being at home for 2 weeks, us parents, it's stressful. So let's see. Okay, so y'all know every not episode, is a word of the day, right? So it's time for that. It's time for my favorite segment, the word of the day. What are we going to go with? Well, we need to take a word or a phrase. What kind of concept can we break down and fit into our lives today? I'm going to go with resilience. I know we've used this one before, but it's something I think is needed. It's perfect. It's fitting because we're moving into our new season. What do you want that season to look like for you in 2025? What is resiliency? Does anybody know just a fundamental breakdown of what that means? It's the ability to bounce back. When life throws you curveballs, you bounce right back. It might be a small personal setback. It could be a tough season like the holidays or just unexpected moments of stress. But we've all got a bit of it in us and we just have to find it. We have to pull that resilience out of us because we're all resilient people. It's one of my favorite. I love this word because it's not about being perfect, even though we strive for perfection every day. Or never experiencing struggles. No one ever not experiences struggles. But it's about the after, right? It's about like that song, even saints fall down, right? It's about how we rise after we fall. How do we keep going when the day is tough, when the day is long, when nothing's working out for us? What are we doing to move past that? How do we get through it to get to the other side? It's a skill that we have to build. It doesn't matter where we are in our lives, whether we're feeling on top of the world or a little down this holiday season, resiliency is the key to bouncing back. So I want to challenge you to find that in yourself. The challenge for today is when those holiday blues kick in, instead of focusing on what you don't have or what's not going well, let's think about one thing. I'm not asking you to think about a laundry list of things that could be perfect or could be better. Let's think about one thing that shows how resilient you are. Is it something you've overcome already? Is it maybe a challenge you're pushing through right now? Whatever it is, celebrate that in you because that's where your strength lies. Identifying what your resilience is in you. It's built into you. Everyone has it. Now, I just told you guys I'm under the weather, so I'm not going to keep you long, and this isn't going to be some long, drawn out episode. But I wanted to say, hey, guys, hey, I wanted to end this year on a positive note with a little bit of advice for 2025. And that means that you can do it. Whatever it is, whatever you want to accomplish, you can do it. And we are coming back in 2025 with the Kesha Said It show. I have some great ideas. And I've had some fortunate blessings come along. So right now, this is not my only podcast. I have one that is actually passion has aligned with my career, and I am a co-host on my company's podcast, Calm After the Storm. So a lot of great things going on, a lot of blessings coming my way, and I'm here to receive them. So that's a wrap for today's episode of Kesha Said It. I hope this conversation about the holiday blues and resilience gave you just a little bit, not a lot. Want you to do the rest of the work, but a little perspective and maybe even some peace of mind as we move through this season, opening doors for our new season. Remember, you're not alone. If you're struggling, take a moment, pause, reset, breathe, and reach out if you need help. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Go ahead. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Like, comment, share, and leave a review. And share this episode with someone you think could use a little holiday cheer. Maybe someone that is going through the holiday blues. Don't forget, new episodes drop. It's supposed to be every week. We're working on that. I can't wait to hang out with you guys again, and maybe I'll actually be on camera. But right now, your girl is under the weather and looking a little messy. So until next time, keep your head up, keep pushing forward. And as always, guys, you got this. Peace out.